Hello, Umut here. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to work on my Jane Davenport journal book. It has watercolor pages, so it's quite thick and it's quite suitable for this kind of mixed media work. I'm leaving one page empty before and after. You will see why from the design of the page further. And today we are going to work on a very colorful page, so I'm going to reach out for my Dylusions, which are really vivid in colors. You will see the colors I'm using on the screen while I'm using them. Also, you will find a list of supplies as much as I can find them down below at the description area. Below the video screen there is a more button. When you click on that, the screen will open and you will see all the details, links, everything, extra information that I put there. While I'm doing this page, it's snowing in London and it's very grey, cold, so I'm desperate for some sunshine and I wanted to make a really colorful page, at least remembering spring from these colors. So I'm using some tones of teal, turquoise, some grass green, and I'm using my sponge. This is Ranger sponge to apply ink and paint. I'm not changing my sponge from color to color. I'm only using two sponges and I'm not changing between pink and tangerine or from teal to green. It helps blending as well, and I know it doesn't look so appealing at the moment, but I'm going to work on it layer by layer. The first layer may not work out immediately, but I will work on it. So I'm going over with my hand actually to have some more density and a little bit smooth transition and have more control. And also I love dipping my hands into paint. It's sort of meditation for me. It makes me relax a lot. So I'm just playing, mixing these colors myself as well. I think I'm happy more or less at this stage. You will see that this is only background anyway. I will do lots of things on top. I'm using this Holtz background stamp. That is stones and cobbles, I think, and I'm using my Archival ink to stamp here and there to create some background interest. I will also spray some water on all the colors that I used, and I will make some splashes on the colors that you see the opposites, and to make more cohesiveness around the page. So I splattered a little bit of everything to have more cohesiveness on the page. Now I'm going to create my border. This is a Dylusions stamp from ages ago, but it's very useful. These stamps you buy once, but you can use time after time. I'm sure I use this a lot. So I'm using this cute design to create my borders. I'm again using my Archival ink. You will see I will do more, doodle more on this border, and I'm not so worried about being really neat, nice and neat. This is an art journal, supposed to be imperfect. That's what I love about art journals. That's why I'm not so keen on making cards, because it makes me nervous that it needs to be pristine to be sent to someone, and I am a bit messy. So after I did all my borders, I'm using my black marker. I'm using Faber-Castell pit brush pen, but you can use anything that is permanent to go over these parts to make them more black, because when I stamp sometimes it's not so black. There are some parts missing. And I will use my white again. This is paint pen from Faber-Castell to go over these circles and fill them with white. I'm just creating some interest and some contrast, because now I have a very vivid page and black and white will contrast all these colors really well, and the page will stand out very good. My Faber-Castell pen ran out. I think I used it enough, so I'm switching to my Posca, which is the same thing. You can even use your white gel pen. Uniball will do it as well. Now I have this window stencil again from Dylusions since when I first started journaling, and I think I never used it. I'm going to use it as a frame. I'm going to open a window here, so I just used it to draw around with my pencil, and I will make the frame black. So again I used my marker to fill the gaps just to make it black. Quite simple thing to do. You can even draw it. It's a very simple image. I didn't trust myself so much, and I found that window anyway, and I used it, but it's not so necessary. Sorry, I'm putting my head in between the camera and the journal here, but I'm just using my craft knife to open these windows. That's why I left a page before as well. If I didn't, I wouldn't be able to do this, and I always leave a page empty before, just in case I have ideas, to be free to execute them. And I'm using a small cutting pad not to damage the pages behind, and using my ruler to make it neat, and I'm just going over the edges not to leave them white, again with my marker. Now, since this frame is very black in the middle of the page, I want to make the frame of the whole page black as well. So I will go over these edges and paint them black. It will unite the page better. And I have some acetate sheets to put as windows. So I'm going to stick these at the back and create my windows. You can use the packaging of stamps, stencils, all the craft supplies. You can recycle them instead of buying acetate sheets. And that's what I'm doing as well. But if you want, there are acetate sheets on Amazon and everywhere. So you can also purchase. I'm using double-sided tape to stick this behind the window openings. You can use any glue, doesn't matter. I want to make it quick and not wait for the drying. And now I'm going to have my focal point, which are these little very cute birds from Paper Artsy. I was actually inspired by these little cute birds, and I thought either I can put them on a tree or open in front of an open window, but I chose to do it with the window. Now I'm going to stamp it on a piece of paper. This is cardstock I'm using, and I'm going to color them with my Prismacolor pencils. I'm not going to show you all the coloring process. It's quite simple, and these images are very small. So I'm going to make them use the same color scheme like my background, so that everything again is cohesive. These birds have some little details that I don't want to leave out, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a little bit of a white border around the bird when I'm cutting it. So therefore I will not lose any of the little details, all the feathers and the little legs, as you can see, while I'm cutting it. I'm using a 3D foam tape just to give some dimension to my page, to stick my birds at the corners of the window. And as you can see, the window is very black compared to the black and white of the border. So I'm going to doodle with my gel pen around the frame. This is a whimsical page anyway, so no harm in having a window frame which has polka dots. And I'm using my Team Holtz stickers, the chit chat stickers, to select my sentiment, which goes very well with my page actually. It says, "I'm happiest when I'm with you." So these two birds can be saying this to each other. And lastly, I did my white splashes with watering down some white paint. That's the last final touch. I really like my page. It's so happy and full of color. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please don't forget to leave me comments or hit the like button down below, or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You will find a list of supplies down below at the description area, as I said, and you will find the close-up pictures at the end of the video. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time!